HYPR and Okta have teamed up to help organizations move away from passwords and shared secrets, and to provide users with a fast, secure experience that's powered by True Passwordless desktop multi-factor authentication. Today, organizations face various challenges with passwords and legacy MFA. Data breaches and stolen credentials are still the biggest cyber threats organizations face worldwide. Nearly every week, there's a new credential breach that affects millions of users and has long-term impacts on the organization's services and brand. Many organizations also have a fragmented IAM infrastructure caused by mergers and acquisitions or just having multiple lines of business. IAM and security teams must often manage multiple identity providers with multiple ways of authenticating, and they struggle to deliver a unified authentication experience for their workforce and consumers. Additionally, traditional authentication and legacy MFA is costly and frustrating to use. People struggle with complex password requirements and require help desk support for password resets, which are costly to organizations. Legacy MFA controls have also remained susceptible to phishing, man-in-the-middle attacks, as well as next-gen push attacks. And most importantly, organizations have failed to solve their desktop MFA gap. As desktop and workstation access have always primarily relied on passwords, legacy MFA methods have failed to solve this gap because they slow down the login experience to a crawl while adding minimal security. HYPR can help organizations address these challenges with True Passwordless Security, but let's see how it works first. So this demo shows how HYPR provides True Passwordless Desktop MFA for a Windows workstation and how it can be used to access an Okta portal. To log into their Windows machine, the user just needs to go into their HYPR mobile app, which is available on both Android and iOS. From here, they can select their Windows workstation and do a true passwordless mobile-initiated authentication on their phone. This FIDO certified authentication experience can be in the form of fingerprint, facial recognition, or decentralized PIN to instantly gain access to their machine. Now let's look at how a user can log into Okta with HYPR. To log into any Okta protected application, all they need to do is go to their Okta portal, provide their username, and Okta will know that they are registered with HYPR when they click Next. On the mobile device, it will ask them to authenticate to Okta using True Passwordless Security. They hit OK, provide their FIDO-based authentication, and they're simply given access to the Okta portal. So how does the integration between HYPR and Okta work behind the scenes? When a user wants to log into a workstation or into a single sign-on application that's front-ended with Okta, all they need to do is issue an authentication request for a passwordless login by providing their username. Once they provide their username, they'll be redirected to Okta through a standard protocol such as SAML or OpenID Connect. At that point, Okta will request HYPR to authenticate that individual via their HYPR mobile app. HYPR will then send a push notification to that individual's mobile device, where they will perform a secure, FIDO-certified authentication and is granted access to the application, and all of this takes less than 5 seconds. HYPR tackles the top challenges outlined earlier with the following benefits of True Passwordless Security. We address the problem of data breaches and stolen credentials by freeing the enterprise from the hacker's primary target, and that target is passwords and shared secrets. Using public key encryption and open standards such as FIDO can help organizations resolve this problem. HYPR also enables enterprises to extend investment in existing Okta infrastructure. We make it easy for you to deploy True Passwordless MFA so you can unify the login experience across all platforms and all cloud environments, including Azure, AWS, and Google Cloud, so you don't have to worry about cloud vendor lock-in. And lastly, legacy MFA, which is built on passwords, have a low adoption rate because it's cumbersome to use. HYPR modernizes access with True Passwordless MFA with advanced features such as mobile-initiated authentication to make login faster, easier, and more secure for users. It also renders password resets obsolete, saving on cost and time for your help desk support team. At HYPR, we understand user experience is a critical component of security in order to achieve MFA adoption. Arm your organization with the fastest passwordless security solution. To learn more on how you can eliminate the target and solve the desktop MFA gap, visit hypr.com.